Hello, welcome to Soul Evolution. My name is Bettina, and today I'm going to be reading cards for the mutable signs, which is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So we're going to start with Gemini, and I'm just going to jump right in. We're going to take a look at the energy for December. What is going on for my Geminis in December? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? Alright, Gemini. Definitely, there's a homecoming, but it's almost like you're ready to go before you even get settled. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're ready for an adventure. I see, like, yeah. So there is going to be some changes happening for you. It does seem like there is some things coming to an end, of course, and then some things re-beginning. But you start off with this Four of Wands, which is a card about like play and fun and enjoying yourself. It can be a card about celebration and homecoming, right? So I do feel like but it is something about a rite of passage. So there's something that you have to go through. And I do feel like there is, maybe you are returning home, returning to some comfort zone. But I feel like when you're there, you have some realizations. And you get the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is also about needing to leave your comfort zone. So right off the bat, you have two cards that are Wands cards, and you have another Ten of Wands in the first row as well. We'll get to that in just a second. But these two together, I feel like while you are like getting noticed and maybe having fun right now, I feel like you know that there's something missing or there's something that needs to be released. And there is a need for you to have some time to yourself for reflection, okay? You have the Hermit. And the Hermit is about like really, it's funny because the Hermit is actually a rite of passage card too. So I do feel like this is a lot that you're going through. And I feel like a big part of it to begin with is there's some things that just need to end. There's some things that are coming to a completion, right? And I feel there's been, like, it's been burdensome, right? Like, it's been a lot to carry with you, but you're ready to release it. And I feel like you're going to gain some clarity when you have some time alone and you realize how self-reliant you are and how much you have to give, okay? There's a lot in the Hermit card, and I really feel like with Geminis are so social, but really, right, it's the twin. So I know a lot of Geminis personally, and like they expand so much energy when they're with other people that they really have that time that they need to withdraw. So I feel like the Hermit card is really asking you to go within and take some time out and like do some soul searching and some deep reflection, right? And I feel like a huge part of that is just being in your own energy rather than intermingling with other people's energy, okay? So the last card is the Ten of Wands. And I feel like the Ten of Wands really represents that you have been carrying a lot of burdens. But when you come to tens of anything, tens are about completion. So it's like you're coming to the end of your journey and you're ready to put all those things down, to unpack it and just move on, right? Which is funny because the very next card, the first card that you have in the next row is the Fool card. And the Fool card is about jumping into the new thing. So I feel like while there is like this completion energy going on, I feel like you are ready for some newness, a fresh start, right? Whatever that looks like for you. I would say if there is a new opportunity for you to jump into, I would take advantage of it for sure. But, and then this is, I also feel like this is there's a lot of doubt, I feel, when it comes, because I feel like you have been through a lot And I feel, well, with the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is about anxiety, sleepless nights. Like, it's really a card about overthinking and getting really caught in your head and having this cyclic thoughts, right? And I feel like there's some part of you that maybe doesn't want to move on from other things. Maybe you feel like you are letting people down or something. And I feel like there's this energy of being torn between two worlds almost. On the other side of the Fool card, you have the King of Cups. Also, this Hermit card could be, I just thought the Hermit card is associated with Virgo, so you may have a Virgo around you or a Virgo that's relevant in your life. And then the King of Cups is coming in between this Hermit card and this Ten of Wands. And the King of Cups is somebody that is emotionally stable. I feel like this is somebody that you have been able to turn to help you. I feel like this King of Swords, actually, even with her facing him with the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's some energy with the Knight of Swords where this person can actually help you, like relax and soothe you. The King of Cups is somebody that is like, can be very nurturing, right? Can be, he can be like the anchor, and yeah, so I feel like this is somebody that you can go to for support when you need it. So I feel like you'll know who that is. The King of Cups could represent a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but doesn't necessarily have to be those signs. It's definitely somebody that is emotionally available to you should you need their assistance or guidance, because I feel like even though you have the Fool card, it's almost like a tumultuous energy where it's like, oh shit, I can do anything I want. What do I want to do? Right? It's almost like overwhelming. But with the Fool and the Nine of Swords, you have the Magician. And maybe that's why it's an overwhelming energy, because you have so many options, right? And the Magician is a card about manifestation. So it's like really, there's this energy of completion, and then with the Fool and the Magician, this is a definite new beginning to something, okay? But I do feel like, it's funny I say that because you have these new cards, the beginning of the hero's journey, but then the next two cards that you have are like more in the middle and the end. So it's funny that you are like sort of bouncing around the hero's journey, if you would. The Justice card could represent a Libra, if a Libra is in your life, but this is things balancing out. So I feel like you are going to get, both of your twins, Gemini, are going to be on the same page. And I feel like with this Justice card, you are going to have clarity about what direction you want to go in. So I do feel like there is a new direction for sure happening for you. But the final card, which I'm leaving everybody with this final card, it feels like your guidance card for this month, okay? And you have the Tower, which in tarot is sort of like an ill-defined card, because it's not necessarily a pleasant card to have. As you can see, the Tower is unexpected change. But I think this change for you, Gemini, is maybe welcome, because I think that you are really ready for a major change. But sometimes when you don't embrace the change, the universe has ways of sort of shifting things around you to help you change, right? So I feel like there is, it's funny because I haven't got this energy in anybody else's reading where it's like sort of like this back and forth being pulled in different direction energy. But then you also have these great cards of like manifestation and a new beginning, and you have support and there's balance. But then you have the Tower, which is like some disruption that you were already maybe concerned about with the Nine of Swords, or maybe you were even manifesting with the Nine of Swords, okay? So we really want to, I would say the caveat here is like, watch your thinking, because things, like, your thoughts become things, okay? So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Anyway, all right. And thank you. We're going to go to Virgo next. Virgo. So Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. Virgo for the month of December. Sun, moon, or rising sign. Virgo. Alright. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, what is going on for you? Oh, so interesting, because these first two cards actually came out for Aquarius, I believe. So if you have an Aquarius around. But there is a lot of clarity and having to have boundaries. But holy shit, you have 3 5s and the Devil card. And the Devil is 15, which is 3 5s. So, whew. All right, Virgo, let's dive in. Let's see what's going on specifically. I do feel like you, like in your first row, like you have some, like you are holding boundaries, right? I feel like there's maybe people or things that you needed to have stronger boundaries with. And I feel like you've had to sort of maybe weed people out of your life. You also have the Queen of Swords with this 9 of Wands. So I feel like you have some clarity, focus. And you might not mean to be isolating people, but I feel like you're so focused on certain things, logical things, planning things for the future maybe, that you're not really concerned. Like I feel like you're just like headstrong moving forward. You also have the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius's major arcana card. Also, we are in Sagittarius season. So Temperance is about balance, moderation. Temperance is also associated with all the kings because it's like mastering the material world. And it's also about alchemy, balancing opposites, integrating things that maybe don't seem like they go together. So I feel like you are, like, it seems like everything's groovy and you have like a super clear plan, right? You also have a Page of Cups here. And maybe this could be someone younger than you, or it could represent someone that is maybe a little less emotionally mature. This could be somebody that is more artistic, fanciful, imaginative, creative, things like that. But I feel like there's a lot of upcoming change and maybe even challenge and conflict for you. But I feel like you're going to be able to navigate it all. It's just interesting the way that this is coming out with the 3 5s, which we'll talk about in a moment. But I'm just wondering if it has anything to do with the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups could represent someone that is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but it doesn't have to be those signs. It feels like there's somebody that is like maybe emotionally needy, or like around you that is looking up to you, but I feel like they might be a little bit too needy for you, and maybe you're not like focused on their needs at this time. So you also have the High Priestess, which is all about like following your intuition, right? Really coming into yourself, being very clear, which I do see with that. This is coming in between the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like there is certain people that you had to let fall away because you had a certain feeling about what was going on with them, right? I feel like you're very in tune right now with other people's energies. So, and very open to that. And I feel like that's why you have the Queen of Swords, and you're guided through that. So between the Queen of Swords and the Temperance card, you have the devil, okay? So there is things that the devil is about temptations. This could be a Capricorn. And the other thing that I want to say with this being between the Queen of Swords and the Temperance card, I feel like this could be an energy. I want to warn you about working too much. That is one of the things that it's like a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because it's nice to make money when it's available to you. But I feel like with the devil, you want to have balance, okay? And with the devil, you don't want to make everything about money. And I feel like it's just funny because with that, I'm specifically getting that this devil in your reading represents like money or overworking, feel like you have to give too much. And maybe that's what's going on with the Page of Cups, because I feel like you're very focused as the Queen of Swords on like whatever it is that you're doing. And maybe that is money. In fact, in the third row, you do have money coming up under the devil, but let me read this last card first in the second row. So between Temperance and the Page of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about challenge, conflict, competition. I don't feel like with this Five of Wands, I don't feel like you are necessarily maybe seeing eye to eye with this Page of Cups. And as your energy being like in the Queen of Swords currently and the Page of Cups, you'll have two different ways of communicating. But I feel like there's this need, because the Five of Wands is also coming in right next to the devil. It's this need to be competitive and outshine and outdo. And I feel like that could be ego-based with the devil next to it. So I would just be aware of that, Virgo. So that was the first five, is that Five of Wands, that conflict, that change, that competition energy, okay? So then you have, between the High Priestess and the devil, you have the Six of Pentacles. And I just want to say 100%, this feels like it is about balancing. Six of Pentacles in traditional tarot is about charity, or like the equal exchange of the flow of money and things like that. And the fact that it's coming in under the devil makes me feel like you want to earn more than your share, right? Which I feel like you're willing to work for it. It's not like you are not trying to work for it or like get one over or anything. But I feel like it's definitely about like feeling, well, you also have at the bottom, you also have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to make enough money right now because maybe it's available to you, but you don't want to overwork. It's to me, I feel like this is really saying have a good work-life balance. Make sure to take care of yourself and have time for yourself, Virgo. So between the devil and the Five of Wands, you also have the Five of Cups. And what I want to say about this is, and I feel like this is the really big message for you, is like your relationships are going to suffer. I feel like the Page of Cups could be somebody that is around you and the Five of Cups is like representing, like you can't have the time back with somebody that you lost because you were working so much. So maybe think of other ways to have money, or consider that maybe you don't need to work as much as you are. For some reason, I feel like that is just the bulk of the message. And even at the bottom, the last card here is like the focus card that I'm giving everybody for the month. And you have the Five of Pentacles. And it's funny because the Five of Pentacles is a challenging energy. And I want to say to you, the one word that I would say is remain hopeful. There's help for you regardless. I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, you also sometimes need to ask for help. You don't have to do everything by yourself. There is charity available for you if you need it, although I don't think that that's the problem. I feel like there is a nice exchange of money, but I feel like there is an internal fear that there's not enough money. So you feel like you have to work so hard just to keep up, which that's not the reality. the reality is you want to work to live. You don't want to live to work, okay? And I feel like that's the main takeaway here. So I do feel, though, that you are like not wasting time with people that don't really matter. But I feel like in that, some of the people that do matter aren't getting enough of your time and attention because of this maybe overworking, okay? All right, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe on my channel. Super appreciate you, and thank you for being here. All right, so Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign. Oh, happy birthday month to my Sages, by the way. Sagittarius. Ooh, look at those cards. 2 of Cups and the World card. Nice. All right, let's see. Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign. What do we have for Sagittarius for the month of December? Wow. I feel like a lot of people have gotten this 9 of Wands card coming out. All right, Sag. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups, which could be you walking away from something. Could be a home, could be a relationship, could be a job. But either way, you are walking away from something into something much better, right? Walking towards the sun, walking towards the light, okay? I love that. So Sagittarius, let's take a look at the other energies that are happening for you this month. One, first thing is, I feel like you've had to have strong boundaries, maybe with a person, okay? I feel like this is you having strong boundaries. 9 of Wands is about, like, really, you're not allowing people to cross your threshold, okay? You have strong boundaries here and you're not moving, okay? 9 of Wands is also an energy about coming to a completion. So I feel like there is something that you could be doing where you are, you're really driven and focused, and like you're coming to the end of whatever the task has been that's been sort of heavy and burdensome. I feel like this Page of Cups, this may be the person that you're having strong boundaries with, okay? Page of Cups energy is someone that is free-spirited, creative, artistic, right? They might be a little bit shy, maybe a little bit of an introvert, but this is somebody that it could be also a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but this is somebody that is like in their head, right? This person lives in a fantasy world. And I feel like this is somebody that you needed to maybe have strong boundaries with and maybe create distance with. And I feel like maybe it's someone that you were happy with, though, at some point. You also have the 9 of Cups, which is like happiness or wish fulfillment, or maybe sort of getting away from this person caused that. But I'm having, it's funny because I'm having mixed feelings about this person. Part of me feels like you wanted to have boundaries with them, and part of me feels like this person is showing you the best time ever, right? Like you're having a really good time together. But it also could be both. It could be like that this person is someone that you really get along with great, and because you have the Page of Cups and then the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, so you have 2 9s, and like there's this complete energy with this person. But it is interesting because I feel like while they're respectful of your boundaries, that they might like push your boundaries a little bit, and I think that you might allow it and even like it a little bit because of that 9 of Cups and that wish fulfillment. I think they fuck with you in the best way, if you will. The other thing is that you're getting in the first row is the Death and Rebirth card. So definitely a transformation happening for you. And I feel like it has to do with this person, because it actually kind of feels like a relaxed energy, where it's sometimes like people, when they're undergoing a transformation, they make the transformation like this painful experience where I said this to Aries earlier, it's almost like you make this painful experience like lighter, more lighthearted. Although that doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means that you're not taking it so seriously. Although I say that and then you have some harsh energies below. So we'll get to that in a sec. So in the second row, between the Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups, this is interesting, and I didn't notice this before when I was reading that, because that mixed energy that I was getting is so heavily explained by this Temperance card, okay? And Temperance card is Sagittarius's major arcana card. And it's funny because you have like this element, the moon and the sun, so it's almost like that fire and water element, right? The moon is associated with like water, Cancer, Pisces, and it's almost like this figure 8 energy, right? And it really represents like harmonizing opposites, bringing both things in to being and having them integrate perfectly. The Temperance card is also about balance and moderation, but it's really interesting to me. The angel is balancing those two elements because those are the exact two elements that you have above in association with that Page of Cups person. So I feel like this person is actually helping you integrate the opposite energies within yourself, and I feel like you're having some deep realizations about yourself at this time. The other card that you're getting with the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups, between that, is the Magician. So, and actually, I want to say with the Magician, it's almost like I feel like this person is helping you realize and see the different possibilities that are in the world. I feel like they're showing you things and helping you see how to use the elements and use your gifts and use your manifestation abilities in this world with the Temperance and the Magician in this row, okay? So between the Nine of Cups and the Death card, this is where it gets a little bit tricky for you. You have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is about challenge, conflict, right? Overcoming things. So I feel like it's not all... Nine of Cups is like you're happy to do it. You're ready, willing to jump into something, right? You have so much love and fulfillment. And then you undergo this transformation. And I don't think you realized how maybe difficult it might be, how much of a challenge it could be at some time. Because I feel like the Five of Wands it does represent change and conflict. But I almost get this energy of almost being caught off guard by it because you're just so ready to just be happy and fulfilled rather than have to be in this conflict or this competition. And I don't think that it makes you feel good, okay? But you do have some realizations because of it, for sure. So between the Temperance card and the Magician card, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles really represents here that you have all the resources that you need. I feel like there's some changes that you're definitely wanting to make with the Temperance card and the Magician. Temperance, I feel like there's changes that you want to integrate. I feel like there's new things that you want to bring in and balance. You could even be working with two opposite energies and trying to figure out how to weave them and put them together. Or you might be trying to integrate something new into your life, and you're fully capable of doing that. Also with the Magician, it's like this manifestation energy again. And the Queen of Pentacles just says, you have all the resources that you need. You are grounded and stable, and you can really create whatever you want with those energies, for sure. So the other thing that's happening though, and this is coming between the Magician and the Five of Wands, is this Five of Swords. Okay, so you have two fives, and fives are about change. So I do feel like there is some things changing for you. Of course there is, especially with this death card. So it's almost like expect the unexpected, okay, with those fives. But the main thing that I want to say about this Five of Swords is basically you want to make sure to be thinking all the thoughts of the things that you want to bring in. You do not want to have self-deprecating thoughts at this time. The Five of Swords is literally a card about like conflicting emotions within, not emotions, but conflicting thoughts, like a lot of self-doubt. So I feel like while you have all these positive cards around, there's, and also the other thing is the Five of Swords is coming beneath the Five of Wands. So it's almost like there's something about that conflict and competition that causes you to get in your head. And you really want to control that as much as you possibly can, because in that could actually fuck up the manifestation energy. If you're like having really negative thoughts, self-deprecating thoughts, feeling that you're not good enough, feeling that you can't do something, right? That's really going to cause you to be held back when you have on the other side all these great energies of, you know, like having all this like great balance, this energy of alchemy, this energy of the magician, and then all the resources of this Queen of Pentacles. The last card that I'm going to leave you with is the Four of Cups. And for all my other people, I have been calling this the focus card. Okay, so this is your focus card, and for the month of December. And it's funny because it goes right along with the other things. Four of Cups is about not seeing the opportunities that are right there. You're like focusing on what you don't have, focusing on the past, right? And that's not necessarily you, but the Four of Cups can be an energy of not being ready for opportunities, or just not being open and seeing opportunities because of the mindset that you have. So that is really super important. I think it's always to be like the takeaway is to be in an abundance mindset. Don't be like focusing on things you don't have. Focus on what you can do and focus on what you want to bring in. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have an amazing birthday month, and happy birthday once again. If you did like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate all of that. And thank you for your time and being here. So next, I'm going to do Pisces. I'm going to do reading for Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of December, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising for Pisces. I'm going to grab one more shuffle. Get them real good for y'all. Okay. All right, for my Pisces. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? All right. Wow, okay. So you have some whoa, okay, Pisces. Your energy for this month is all over the place. Okay, so let's take it from the top. Okay, so first card, let me grab a little drink of water. Excuse me. We're starting out coming in hot with the Devil card right away for you, Pisces. Okay, and the Devil here, my friend, the Devil is about temptation. The Devil is trying to take you away from things that don't things that you're trying to work on. I feel like it's funny because the Devil's here, first card, but then here's you, Ten of Swords, like really turning your back on the Devil, walking away from it, walking towards the light, out of this darkness. So I actually kind of feel Like that's more like the devil almost feels like an energy that you are moving away from, that you have cut ties with, like that you're stepping into this new beginning. 10 of Swords is a card about something being dead, done over. And I feel like this is just coming in as like showing me what you are moving away from. Okay, this is energy that you are releasing with that 10 of Swords. And 10s are about like, 10s are about a finish, but with each 10 there's always a new beginning, right? As soon as you close one door, another door opens. So that's what that energy is about. Now, the other two cards that you're getting in your first row is you have the 6 of Cups. So I feel like there's almost something about wish fulfillment, like something that, it's like something that you've always wanted is happening for you right now. 6 of Cups can represent a second chance at something that you wanted before, that you weren't, the timing wasn't right or something like this. But the 6 of Cups is also a card about nostalgia, right? So I feel like you're feeling right at home right now. You also, it's coming in also with this 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is like, it's this, a lot of readers read it as like the independent woman card, right? Single lady card. But it's not this like toxic dependence. It's like this independence of being self-reliant, having everything that you need, and being able to provide for yourself and give into relationships as much as you get from them. So it's like a really healthy, I feel like with that first row, it's like you moved out of a dark place into a much healthier, happier situation, okay? The next row is also clarifying the first row. So in the next row, you have another 10, the 10 of Wands, and this 10 of Wands is coming in between, the way that I have it set up, just so you know. It's coming in between the Devil card and the 10 of Swords. So 10 of Wands is basically you packed your shit and you got the fuck out of there, okay? Like this is really telling me like this is part of the past, okay? This is something that you are moving past. This is completion here, okay? You're moving forward. So the energy between the 10 of Swords and the 6 of Cups is the Lovers card. And I feel like this is you coming into, like, I just feel like you moving away from this devil energy is you coming into so much healthier of a place in like mind, body, and spirit, like physically, mentally, everything. This 6 of Swords is Gemini's major arcana card, if a Gemini is relevant to you. But more than anything with that Lovers card, it really represents to me like self-love. Like you, like being, I feel like you're like reflecting yourself and you are just feeling so much joy. Could also be with a partner, of course, because we always have that mirror energy. So beautiful. And also between the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, I actually love this here because you have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is like telling me, and this could be like with the, I'm sorry, the Page of Swords. But what I was saying was the 6 of Cups with this Page of Swords is almost like this is tied in with something that you wanted to do that you weren't able to do with whatever, wherever you were at before, whatever this energy is that you're moving away from. The 6 of Swords is like a new beginning, like you're studying something new, you're learning something new. And I feel like because of this, you're feeling a lot of independence, that 9 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords is coming between the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So I really feel like it's empowering you to do new things, to, yeah, I feel like you have new pursuits, but it's things that you've wanted to do. But I feel like you're in a more stable place now. So it's just like you're opening up to new possibilities and things. Okay, so your third row is between the 10 of Wands and the Lovers card, you have the Strength card, okay? And I feel like this is how you had to get away from the devil. small steps incrementally. I think that you had to put in a lot of effort to come to this place of the Lovers. From the Ten of Wands, from the Devil to the Ten of Wands to the Lovers. This Strength card is about doing the work day in and day out. And when it comes to shadow work, sometimes it can be things that are really seem like small incremental steps, but they all add up, right? And it's funny because when I say shadow, and the Devil, because in the Strength card is about taming the beast within as well. And I feel like that's a strong message for you, where it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you definitely had to work at, okay? And I actually love this energy for you. This could be your energy or it could be someone around you, but this could represent a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, if you have any of those signs around you. And this is someone, this is intentionally like an older man, and you see he has that little grin on his face because he's just chilling. He's had his family, he's had his career, he has a stable home, right? It's to represent that like everything is complete, like materially especially, like you have everything in life there for you. And I actually love your reading. Your reading is probably my favorite tonight because, and the last card that I'm going to pull for you is your focus card for your reading. And it's like really one of the best cards you can get, the World card, right? This represents like the end and the new beginning, right? There is a lot of completion, a lot of fulfillment happening for you right now. And I just want to say, Pisces, I really hope that you are enjoying this month because I feel like it's been a wild ride for you. And I feel like this month you're really getting to finally a place where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor for all the effort that you've put in. That's how I feel. So really, when you get the World card, it's about honoring how far you have come, okay? So I would take some time and do that and acknowledge how far you have come in this year. So thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I really enjoyed you doing your reading. So if you enjoyed it as well, please like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate all the support on my channel, and until next time.